Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome back to Nimbasa City, lit by the flash of lightning! First, today we are going to visit the gear station. As you can see, there are 3 people blocking access to the gear station right now. They are the subway bosses, Emmett and Ingo. And here is Rosa, which is the opposite gender player character. So if you're playing as the girl, which is, well, Rosa, you're going to be encountering Nate instead, which is the default name of the male character. So yeah, we're going to be fighting a double battle against Emmett and Ingo. Don't worry, this isn't battle subway rules. We will, well, at least I will be getting experience for this fight. Rosa, being a partner, will not, in the same style as the stat trainers or Hugh in the Castelia sewers. She's just there for support, and thank God she doesn't gobble up my hard-earned experience. And one thing that I should mention, even though you're going to see it in just a second, is that Rosa uses the second form of the starter that is weak against yours. So since I started with Tepig, she's going to be using a Servine. As you're going to see in just a second, these two are using Girder and Boldor, which means sturdy shenanigans. Well, not if I can help it, because I'm going to open up with Rock Slide to do some damage on both Pokemon, because Servine's probably going to be using a Grass move on Boldor. Yep, good call! So, now the problem is that it's Girder's turn, and it's probably going to kill my Excadrill with... Okay! I'll take that! Girder is acting stupid and hitting the Servine instead of the Excadrill. No idea why, and... well, I thought Slash was going to be able to kill it. It's being stupid again! Wow! What an idiot! I am going to assume that these two have, regular AI, because since they are the subway bosses, when you fight them for real in the battle subway, they're probably going to have higher level AI. But nonetheless, that was pretty stupid. But that was pretty stupid of me, too, not to use Dig, considering that... well, I thought Slash was going to be able to take it down, considering I already did some damage on it with Rock Slide, but it doesn't really matter either way, because I defeated these two losers without getting hit at all. So, well, I have nothing else to say about that. I mean, I'm used to dumb AI. Nothing will ever surpass that, that Rhydon that decided to use Earthquake, when it had a Magcargo as a partner, and it was up against 2 Levitators back in the Stark Mountain in my Platinum Let's Play, but, I'm sure everybody remembers that. That was the dumbest thing ever, and, oh, that explains so much. They were holding back. Well, that explains why the Girder insisted on using Wake Up Slap against that Servine of all things. But, oh well. Oh yeah, by the way, this item, I think, yeah, it's the Versus Recorder, which allows you to record battles that you do against other players, as well as in the Battle Subway. So it's like a 2-for-1 deal. Not that... well, I don't know. Maybe someone has had a really incredible battle in the Battle Subway that they have recorded. But otherwise, I seriously doubt that this thing is getting that much use, considering that all the serious players are using Pokemon Showdown anyway. Now, in Gear Station, it's a perfect copy-paste of Black and White 1, so I'm not going to spend too much time here, except for one thing that I want to show you. As you can see, these two vendors are selling stuff for BP, but not only is the selection much bigger than in the first game, heck, you can even see the elemental stones in there, but the price of many of the items has been lowered by as much as half of their original price in the first game, so it's a lot easier to get those really expensive items in the Gear Station in Black and White 2 as opposed to Black and White 1. Of course, you acquire BP by doing battles at the battle subway. You get a whole lot more BPs if you can manage to beat the subway boss of the corresponding line. But they also added another way to obtain BP, and it's of course the Pokemon World Tournament, which we are going to get into when we reach Drift Vale, I guess. So this is the amusement park, which has changed a bit from the first game. So the roller coaster building is now the former Nimbasa City gym. There's a revive in there. There is also going to be right over there the Ferris wheel, where you can fight a different trainer each season. The trainer changes every season, but you can battle them once per day. So, of course, these are also trainers that are different from the first game. So, the dialogue, I think, has been toned down a bit in terms of awkwardness. I was about to say awesomeness, but it's not really the case. Some of those lines were really awkward, especially in the Japanese version. But yeah, this place works pretty much as it did in Black and White 1, with the criteria that you need to beat Elisa first completely gone. You can now fight these trainers as soon as you get to Nimbasa City, which is pretty interesting considering that these trainers are, the trainers that you can fight over and over again are pretty few and far between, so this is pretty interesting if you're in need of money or things like that, or you just want experience, though Audino grinding is probably more productive than fighting these trainers at this point. And once again, just like in the first game, you are taken for a ride in the Ferris wheel with the trainer. Once again, just like in my White 1 Let's Play, there's a bit of slowdown here because, there's a lot to render, I guess, but so it doesn't make all that much of a difference. Oh, so it doesn't really show judging by the sprite, but she's pregnant, I guess. Oh my God, my waters are breaking, and I'm in that slow-ass Ferris wheel! Hurry up and get me back down! Okay, not really, but seriously, can you imagine that happening? You go into a ride on that really slow Ferris wheel, and all of a sudden your waters break? Man, that would suck. So yeah, as I was saying, the sprite really doesn't show that she's heavily pregnant, but I can forgive that because it's still fairly simplistic sprites, and you can't really do a whole lot with them, especially, you're not about to make one clerk pregnant and look different from all the rest. Besides, as long as it doesn't go to the absolute extreme Final Fantasy X-2 took, where Lulu's like 8 months pregnant and she looks the exact same as in Final Fantasy X. That was just, wow, laziness at its finest. But yeah, this new building here, they expanded the amusement park a bit. This building is closed off to us right now because it's the gym, and they expect you to go through the old gym first before entering this. Sort of reminds me of, a less extreme version of Cinnabar Island, where you gotta go through the Pokemon Mansion first. But, other than the Xtransceiver we got last time, there's really not too much of interest. Well, that and the Ferris wheel, I guess, and the roller coaster and the gym. So actually, there's quite a bit, but I don't want to go through the roller coaster and the gym quite yet. I'm first going to finish clearing the Route 16 area, and after that move on to Route 5, and only then I will be coming back here. So, and up next I'm going to finish off Route 16, but first I'm just going to head back to the Pokemon Center to heal myself, because I was not very smart. I did not head back to the Pokemon Center to heal after I was done recording the last part, so I'm going to do so right now before I run out of PP. Mr. Metal's here as well, and... Huh? No, it's not! My birthday's in February! Today is July 15th! Why would it be my birthday? Though I guess today is the birthday of one of my cousins, but seriously, that it's not my birthday is what's important. So what the hell was that? That was random. Anyway, which medal is this? Super effective savant. So I guess this is for nailing a lot of super effective hits, I think. Anyway, now we are done in Nimbasa for now, so I'm going to head over to Route 16. Remember that section that was closed off by a strength boulder? Well, since I now have an evolved Watchhog, and, well, I can push that out of the way and see what's in there. I think it's a few trainers and a few items, but I'm going to go in there anyway for completion's sake. But yeah, I guess I should get into what that lost Xtransceiver does, as we saw it belong to a girl named Yancy. Basically, there are a few tiles throughout this game where whenever you step on one of these tiles, Yancy will automatically call you. And you have to have her keep calling you over and over until the 10th time, I believe, where she says she's free from work and she can reclaim her Xtransceiver. And after that, you can keep stepping on these tiles to accumulate more calls. And well, I'm not going to get into much detail because we're going to see all that over the course of the game. But eventually, at the 50th call, something will happen and we're going to be able to trade Pokemon with her. She's going to take any of your Pokemon, and in exchange, she's going to give you various Pokemon with their Dream World ability. Of course, if you can get them male or female, and if you get them male, I think, if you don't want the Dream World ability, you can breed another one of that species, and it won't have its Dream World ability. Of course, you can also breed the Dream World ability itself if it's female. It's a bit on the complicated side. I don't do too much breeding, considering that it's one of those advanced things for competitive players mostly, and of course, like any serious player, I would advocate using a simulator instead, even though, you know, Game Freak is going to great lengths to make cartridge battling more viable, but simulators are just way too convenient in a way that, you know, cartridge battling is just never going to catch up. And besides, there are so many features that you can get on simulators, like monthly stats, ladders and stuff, that you can't get in cartridge battling. So yeah, that's well, now once again I'm just rambling on a whole different subject than what I intended to talk about. But yeah, one thing I should add is that Yancy isn't going to give you just any old Pokemon. She's going to give you like one of about a dozen species, give or take a few. So if you heard that and were expecting to potentially get a Shadow Tag Chandelure out of the deal, nope! Shadow Tag Chandelure still is not a thing. It's kind of weird as well that it isn't, because there are only 2 non-starter, non-legendaries left that still don't have their Dream World abilities, and Chandelure is one of them, the other being Volcarona. I don't know why they fear Swarm Volcarona so much. In fact, if you ask me, Flame Body would be a better choice, but it's not like either ability is particularly good. But yeah, Yancy's selection of Pokemon is pretty narrow, but I'm still intending on using some of these Pokemon in my Monotype Elite Four runs that I'll be doing at the end of this Let's Play. But anyway, I guess that's going to be it for now, so next time we're going to explore the Lostlorn Forest a bit more.